Happy Tuesday, Fabulous. Narz here with your Daily Fix. Today, Phil Spencer says Xbox is not a platform for free speech for politics. 2 LAPD officers were fired for chasing Snorlax in Pokemon instead of robbers. And Fortnite is about to add some cowabunga content soon as Paramount signs a deal with Epic Games. In an interview with the New York Times, Kara Swisher, Xbox Executive Vice President Phil Spencer, was asked about the connection between gaming and the stark polarization of American politics. Spencer responded that Xbox is not a free speech platform and is by function first and foremost a platform for gaming and entertainment. During the Sway podcast interview, the conversation focused largely on the emergence of the metaverse concept and how Gamergate was used by some as a political tool. Spencer made it very clear that Xbox is not intended to be used in such a manner, stating, "We see all positives and negatives of the human condition. We have people who propose to each other and get married on Xbox Live. We also have conversations about politics and other things that happen. One of the things we've stated about our social network is we're not a free speech platform. We're a platform around interactive entertainment and video games, and we're not there to allow all kinds of social discourse. That's not why we exist." Spencer went on to say that Xbox is really set up for communities around interactive entertainment and games. That's the way Xbox invests, and that is the way it will be. When asked about moderation on the gaming company's platform and its comparison to social media companies like Facebook and Twitter, driven by ad revenues and other monetization models that are regarded to have poor moderation against hate speech and other types of harassment, Spencer said that gaming still has a long way to go. Regardless, Spencer seems firm on his statement and has a clear vision of how he wants to operate Xbox's platform. Moving on, 2 Los Angeles police officers were fired after they decided to chase a Snorlax in Pokemon instead of stopping a robbery in progress at a nearby mall. The report came first from Vice, with more details emerging from court documents. But it looks like 2 LAPD officers were on foot patrol April 15th, 2017, when a robbery was taking place at the Macy's in Crenshaw Mall. Both officers ignored the call at first, and then when asked to respond, they replied with no. After listening to the police car recordings of the conversation between the 2 officers, LAPD discovered they were playing Pokemon Go during the act of robbery. In the recording, one officer alerted the other that a Snorlax had just popped up in the area. The 2 proceeded to drive for the next 20 minutes to different locations as a Togetic had also just popped up. After hearing one officer say, "Got him," the 2 agreed to go get the Togetic. The 2 officers later lied about playing the game, saying they were merely talking about Pokemon Go, but that didn't fly in court. They were recently charged this year with multiple counts of on-duty misconduct and were ultimately fired. They would try to later appeal their case, saying they weren't aware of the conversations being recorded and that their words should be considered private, which the court denied. Man, I wonder how Niantic feels about this. Maybe the real lesson learned here is to make Snorlax easier to get. And finally, Fortnite could soon host some of Paramount's most iconic characters, as the company signed a new deal with Epic Games to license out its intellectual property. According to a report by Xbox Error's Nick Baker via GameSpot, Paramount inked a deal with Epic Games to add more content to Fortnite very soon, starting with the heroes in a half-shell, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. With no confirmed date when TMNT will appear in Fortnite, it does raise the question of whether other characters in Paramount's arsenal could potentially appear in Fortnite in the future. TMNT is just the first tip from Paramount and Nickelodeon, but other IPs owned under the umbrella of Viacom CBS include the most recognized and highest sci-fi franchise, Star Trek, the award-winning animated sitcom series South Park, and everybody's favorite fry cook who lives in a pineapple under the sea, SpongeBob SquarePants. Though personally, seeing Tommy Pickles from Rugrats or Optimus Prime from Transformers is more of my thing, the possibilities are endless. So who do you want to see hit Fortnite next? Let me know in the comments. And that was your Game Fix for today, January 11th. Download the IGN app on all your devices, follow the Daily Fix on Snapchat, and for all things, everything else, just head on over to IGN.com. I'm Narz, and remember to always stay fabulous.